Ji-hyun kisses Jung-oh passionately, but she becomes distressed and starts thinking it shouldn't have happened that way. They were supposed to be just friends, and she questions why it happened. She reflects that she has forgotten something important. A lot of time has passed, and she was the first to give up, to miss the obvious. Maybe he was approaching Young again with the same feelings he once had, like the man who was endlessly in love with her 7 years ago. She breaks off the kiss and tells him he's wrong, and that he knows it. She assures him that no matter how urgent things may seem, he shouldn't have done it. She adds that, while a fake relationship wasn't good, a fake engagement wasn't either. She asks him to look at the consequences of his decisions on Eunbi and tells him they were both wrong. In the end, he only made it harder for Jung-oh to get close to him. Ji-hyun gently moves her hands away and tells her it's okay. Young, surprised, wonders why he's smiling and what she should do now. Awkwardly, she suggests that he should think things over with Eunbi until everything calms down. But he repeats that everything is fine, which makes Young even more irritated, telling him he's repeating the same pattern and that he must not continue like this. She complains that he always answers that it's fine, as if nothing matters, and that he even laughed when he caught her off guard. Ji-hyun insists again that everything is fine, but she stays upset, telling him it's not the time to smile, and asks if he really understands what's happening. He replies that he knows and points out that Young has dropped the formalities. Then he kisses her again and tells her that, although he isn't her man now, soon he will be, and that he will make the relationship official, making her his. At Jinseo's house, she holds in her hands a test confirming she is pregnant with her third child. She says she can't believe she's going to have a third baby. Her husband, Seung-kyu, arrives to comfort her. She tells him she understands it must also be a difficult situation for him, as she knows he is tired. He apologizes, saying he made a mistake, but she asks for silence because the baby might hear that. She assures that children must be valued, since they are a blessing, and mentions that when Dobin reaches adolescence, the third child will be as little as Doyeon was. Seung-kyu reflects that he already felt guilty for having rushed things, and now an unexpected third child is on the way. He tells his wife that he will take responsibility, that he will do what's necessary, and that she shouldn't worry so much. Jinseo replies that she knows he is a good man and that they will live a happy life, and asks that they live well. Then she reflects that every time she expects a child, her life takes a new direction. And now, with a third, everything will change again. Meanwhile, Eunbi enters Eun-yup's office and asks why he called her. He stands up agitated and demands to know what Eunbi did, what the hell she did to make Ji-hyun seem so dissatisfied with her to the point of wanting to leave the fake relationship. Eunbi, trembling, asks if Ji-hyun really said that, and the man shouts, asking her what exactly happened between the two of them. He thinks he has made so much effort for them to marry, that they have come too far and there is no way back. Eun-yup is determined to have Ji-hyun marry Eunbi no matter what, and orders his sister to tell him what happened. The woman explains that it's all Young's fault. Since she arrived, Ji-hyun has been acting weird. She insists that Young first said that Ji-hyun looked like her father, then like her ex, and now she wouldn't stop flirting with him. The man asks her to explain it properly so he can understand. He asks if she thinks Ji-hyun would fall in love with someone just for flirting, and Chae shouts that that's exactly why everything is so strange. She continues saying that he had always been the one in charge of driving away any woman who approached Ji-hoon. She reminds him that he himself started the rumors that she and Ji-hyun were dating 4 years ago, and questions him, wanting to know whether he wasn't good at handling those kinds of things. She yells at him to seduce her, to provoke her, whatever. He, remaining calm, asks the name of the woman she's referring to. Chae answers that it's Jung-oh Lee, the writer of the second production team. The man is surprised and wonders if it really could be her. At another moment, Eunbi meets someone, more specifically Nam-jia from TH Communications, and Eunbi introduces herself as an employee of Max Communications. She reveals that the reason she asked to meet is another, since she is there because her boyfriend is the company's CEO, and that despite working very hard, she feels she is never recognized solely on her merits. For her, Everything has always seemed to depend on her relationship with the executive. Jia says she understands, and at that moment, Che remembers something important. Jia and Jung-oh had already worked together before. Jia confirms it with surprise, recalling that, indeed, Max Communications had acquired Sangha Productions, where Lee worked. Jia asks if she is still at the company, and Eunbi answers yes, that Lee is on the team next door. The tone of the conversation changes. Jia begins to praise Young, saying she is brilliant, fast, beautiful, and very intelligent. With a gossiping air, she reveals that there were even clients interested in her, and that, if not for her daughter, she probably would have received even more attention. Eunbi is surprised since she didn't know Young had a daughter. Jia comments that the girl must be about 6 years old. Upon hearing that, Eunbi shudders. Then Jia comments that she doesn't know if she should have said that, but Eunbi feigns it by saying she already knew. However, inside, her mind collapses, asking how dare she, being the mother of a girl and daring to approach her man. While working, Young wonders what might have happened to Ji Hyun in the last 7 years. How could he be so seductive now? She recalls the kiss and reflects that they had both changed a lot since then. But some things seemed immutable, branded in, impossible to erase. Perhaps now he felt exactly as he wanted, because she had acted just as he expected. But it was not the time to be carried away by feelings. Young shakes her head, trying to concentrate on her work. She also reflects on the situation with Ji-hoon's mother, which only kept getting worse. Now she had even more reasons to disapprove of any relationship between them. And, above all, she was still unsettled by the mystery of who tried to kidnap Yena. If it wasn't Ji Hyun's mother who wrote that note, then who was it? She wonders if perhaps it was someone who wanted to erase Young's existence and take Yena away. That could even lead to a legal dispute. Young wonders whether she shouldn't seek advice from a lawyer. Meanwhile, Jae-hyun sends her a message saying that he will go out for some errands and that at the end of the day he wants to take her home. She refuses firmly. She wanted to go home alone. She didn't want further entanglements at the office, nor looks, nor anyone suspecting anything. In the lounge, Jae-hyun seems in a good mood, and his friend notices it. The man asks if he really seems to be in a good mood, which his friend confirms. Ji-hyun imagines his girl saying they can't show up together at work. He immediately comments that his employees are doing a good job, and that's why he's in a good mood. His friend comments that it must be very satisfying. He then mentions that the team leader An Chan-seop gave him an interesting proposal, but he forgot to follow up. He asks if Ji-hyun can call him, which the man confirms. He tries to call him, but gets no answer, so he writes a message asking if the leader is not at his place now. To which someone answers that he wasn't at his desk and asks if he wants them to let him know when he returns. The director thanks them, but then questions whether no one is at the production team 1 station right now. But Young replies asking him to strip everything away, leaving Ji-hyun confused. Seeing her mistake, she tries to remedy it, but ends up sending several messages saying that there's no one. The situation makes Ji-hoon laugh as he is amused by it. His friend mentions that he must be having a lot of fun with that, and the director apologizes, explaining that his employee sent him a message with a typo, and that made him laugh a lot. Even so, his friend comments that other executives disapprove of that kind of mistake, while he just laughs, something for which Jae-hyun gives thanks for seeing the situation positively. On the other hand, Jung-oh, embarrassed, says she wanted to seem perfect and impeccable, but she made a silly mistake. That's when someone appears asking if they can talk to her for a moment. He explains that he was thinking about the collaboration idea the director mentioned that morning, and he would like her opinion. Jung-oh confirms that she will evaluate it. In the end, she gets excited about the ideas and suggests presenting them directly. As they talk, she wonders if that would mean working overtime with him. Ji-hyun asks her if that's what she would like to happen, and her coworker quickly replies, no, not at all. But when he suddenly appears, she startles, which makes Jung-oh think that just by mentioning him, he appeared. The director announces that it's already 8 in the evening, and that today they won't stay late, and asks that they return to their respective homes. The group leader announces that with that they are done and asks everyone to get ready to leave. Young comments that she will take care of the meeting room, for which the leader thanks her. There, Jae-hyun approaches Jung and, in a teasing tone, asks if she shouldn't be more careful with typos, considering she is a writer. But then he jokes that maybe she wrote it correctly, but he didn't know how to understand it. He also adds that she isn't showing anything now, and that he can take her home, but Jungho thinks he had said not to get close, and that surely he is secretly provoking her. As they go out, she still reflects that she clearly sent him a message saying she was going home alone. At that moment, she sees Cha Eunbi, who had just arrived at the office, and asks if everyone is already leaving, then explains that she recovered after having taken medication. She says she stopped by because she felt bad for not having been able to work. The leader says she should have rested more, something Eunbi agrees with, in addition to mentioning that tomorrow she will work hard again. Everyone, in fact, had already decided to leave earlier. She apologizes and promises to try harder from the next day. Then she looks at Jung-oh and comments that her daughter will feel happy that she left work early, which leaves everyone in the office surprised. One of the workers questions that, and Eunbi confirms it, explaining that a friend of hers worked with her before and told her that. She also says that it seems the girl is 6 years old and is a very cute child. She comments that she thought she was single because she was focused on work, but she never imagined she had a 6-year-old daughter. Then they ask if that's serious, and the writer answers that she is not married, but she does have a daughter, announcing that she is a single mother.